Joseph Dugashvili was born on December 21, 1879 in Gori, Georgia. He later changed his name to Joseph Stalin, meaning man of steel, in 1912. His early life was full of poverty and loneliness as his siblings died shortly after birth. He grew up as an only child and lived in a shack with an abusive drunk father that left to work at his shoe factory. His mother sent him to a church school in 1888 where he studied there for 5 years to become a priest and earn a scholarship to a seminary in a small Russian town. There he became interested in the ideas of Karl Marx. The first revolutionary act he organized was in 1900 near his seminary protesting working conditions. He escaped arrest in 1901 by the secret police and joined the underground revolutionary group in the Caucasus Mountains. Due to his revolutionary activities, Stalin was arrested in 1902. Social democratic groups joined into the All-Caucasian Federation and voted to have Stalin serve on the government body. Between 1903 and 1917, Stalin spent most of his life either in exile or writing articles. He joined the Bolsheviks in 1904 and met Lenin in 1905. He returned from his final exile in Serbia in 1917 and was landed a position in the Russian Communist Party's policy-making body. Stalin was voted to be the secretary, appointing positions in 1922. He used this job to appoint high positions to people that supported him, which eventually led to his dictatorship.
During Stalin's dictatorship, he created a 5-year plan, ruled by terror, specifically with a Great Purge, was a part of World War II, and caused the Cold War. In his 5-year plan, which began in 1928, Stalin focused his efforts on industrializing USSR quickly. He then collectivized farms. Both efforts were better in the long run, but there are millions who died in the process, struggling against change. In the Great Purge, Stalin killed anyone who might oppose him. 8 million died in direct result of the Great Purge. This purge peaked from 1936 to 1938. In World War II, Stalin made a pact with Hitler, who ultimately attacked Russia and betrayed Stalin. Stalin later agreed, along with the US and UK, to keep fighting until Germany lost. They were called the Big Three. The Cold War was when many non-communist nations joined against the Soviet Union and its satellites to halt the spread of communism. The war ended a few months after Stalin's death.
In 1929, Stalin ended private farming and introduced a system called collective farming.
You can't have your own farms anymore. You have to put them all together in large collectivized farms so you can make more food. Oh, and you have to give up your houses too.
What? Who do you think you are? I ain't giving up no house of mine. I'm a dignified Russian woman and I won't let nobody tell me what to do. Oh, yeah. I'm not giving up my sheep. We should just kill all our livestock so Stalin can't have them. Yeah, let's do it. Die.
This is unacceptable. I won't tolerate this. Bang, bang.
Although Stalin is not as well known as other dictators such as Hitler, he is arguably the most destructive ruler and killed the most people. Throughout his reign, he was responsible for an estimated total of 8 to 13 million deaths in a series of great purges. In 1953, Stalin had been planning another great purge when it was announced by the Central Committee of the Communist Party that Stalin had suffered a brain hemorrhage on March 1st. He died in Moscow on March 5, 1953. Even after Stalin's death, communists continued to use his style of rule, called Stalinism. In Stalinism, the government eliminated all opposition and ruled by inflicting terror and fear among citizens.
Stalin does not only have a great significance to Russia, but all over the world. Stalin is responsible for the death of 8 to 13 million Russians. Along with this, he caused the Great Purge in which he killed all threatening his power. However, he did increase production in Russia by 25% and increase agriculture using collective farms. Later, Stalin becomes a partial cause for the Cold War because he took over Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, East Germany, Hungary, Poland, and Romania. Finally, he created Stalinism, which rulers still use today. Stalin's three main beliefs were Marxism, communism, and command economy. Marxism says that the proletariat should revolt against government. Stalin was involved in Marxism revolts when he was younger. He was also a part of the Bolsheviks, which believed in Marxism. Communism, a classless society with workers in power, was another belief. He wanted to make Russia a communist state, so he set up communist states and formed the Soviet Union. However, his rule turned to totalitarianism instead. His final belief was command economy. This is where the government has control over the economy. Stalin used command economy in his 5-year plan.